When we were planning our early retirement, slow traveling, full-time life, we knew that we had to downsize. So we downsized our home, we had a much larger apartment, and we downsized to effectively one smaller room. But that meant cutting down on a few things. And today we're sharing with you the things that we did cut down and how little we ended up missing them. And how maybe, if you're thinking about it, those things that you might consider, oh, but I need this, I love this, I want this. Stick around to find out whether you really do and how we live our life now after 2 years, quite happily rid of most of them. Hi, I'm Frank.
Hi, I'm Kim.
And in our channel, FNK Life, we like to talk about slow travel and early retirement because this is the life we're living, 2 years of it. The first thing that we don't miss from our previous life is work. No, so one of the things we needed, and mostly it was for work, was our car. So you will think, oh my God, I need a car, I love my car. No, that was such a happy day, not having to consider owning a car, paying insurance for it, and where to park it, what to do with it, and all that stuff. Having a car is a lovely comfort when you are working and when you make a life in one place. But when you're traveling, what will you do instead? Well, it's very simple. You'll walk because it keeps you healthier. You'll take the local public transport because it's very affordable and easy, or you'll just get an Uber or a Grab in Asia. And you find that really you can get anywhere for hardly any money at all. So having a car would be a hindrance for us rather than a particular good thing.
And it's quite an adventure getting public transport.
yes.
And even, to be fair, Ubers and Grabs in countries, like, you do get some stories from it.
Oh, yes. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah, it's nice to not have to maintain the car any longer.
The second thing you might think you will miss is a desktop PC, a powerful computer. I had a really nice Mac computer with 27-inch screen. And that was in my happy place when I was working on it. I love having multiple screen and a swiveling chair. I felt like I was, one of those
Bond villains.
Bond villain, yes.
Just needed a cat.
Yes. I thought I would miss this, but now that I'm not working, I don't feel the need to be on a computer all the time. And we have our trusted traveling MacBook Air with us, which does everything we'll ever need to do. So we can keep our budget on Excel spreadsheets. We can do our video editing. Watch our other video to see the things we can't do without, and the MacBook Air is one of those things.
And I think for me as well, the other thing that I hadn't really considered whether I'd miss or not was all my work clothes. Once we realised that the day was dawning for us retiring, we did have to go through all of our wardrobe and figure out, okay, so for our new life, what do we actually need?
Same for me. I used to have to wear shirts every day at work and smart trousers, right? I have to say the last 2 years, I have not worn smart trousers or proper shirts at all.
Yeah, no, and I used to have nice dresses for work, and they were not like necessarily designer label, but they were more expensive. I was able to gift them to women in my life that were just about to start work to make use of, which was really nice. But for the rest of it, I think I ended up with at least 4 big bin bags of clothes that went to a local charity shop because I was just never going to use them again. That part of my life was over with, which was actually quite a nice feeling, but it is worth being ruthless and keep a couple of nice dresses. You really don't need that wardrobe full of things because you have to wear something different every day. And then also, let's talk about the shoes and things. So you'd think really that it was me as the woman that would have to cut down on those, but no, Frank from his dancing days.
Well, yes, I was a dance teacher for 30-something years in Scotland, which means I had lots of dance shoes. And by a lot, I mean a lot, for different events, different color, different styles. So I was probably running about 8 different pairs of dance shoes. And, well, so sure, I miss them. But I'm not teaching dance anymore. We're dancing occasionally, but not as often as I used to. So again, those are all things that we don't miss. I don't need dance shoes. And to be honest, all I've worn is sandals since we started traveling.
And then I guess on that theme, the other thing that I don't miss or need is any makeup. I don't have to do that every day to go to work. And Frank is happy that I look natural most of the time.
Completely.
And yeah, it's such a relief not to have to maintain that and to put your face on every day. And also because we travel and you try and take care of your surroundings and to not be flashy. I don't really use jewellery anymore. I travel with a silver necklace that I love, and I've got my wedding ring.
Me too.
And that's it. I don't need anything else really with me. For security, we don't travel with anything. But yeah, it's another thing that we just don't need anymore.
And we don't need or don't miss at all. So, why have so many pieces of jewelry? Why have so much makeup when you really don't need? Who are you trying to impress, really? And finally, because we've been living in warm or temperate countries all year round, we don't need big coats, we don't need big jumpers, we don't need scarves, we don't need woolly hats or anything. So that saves a lot of space, and really, we don't miss them.
We've got like one coat for when we're home and if we need it, but
So that's a big saving in space, and you will not miss any of this. So the other thing you realize when you're traveling a lot is that you're going to be changing home every month or so. All those fancy kitchen gadgets that you have, like a big air fryer, which is really handy when you live at home all the time. I also had a proper coffee machine, which had a built-in grinder and really made excellent coffee. So I could say that I miss this, but there's no way I would travel with it. And really, coffee shops around the world are fantastic and really not that expensive. So what else did we have that was fun?
Well, like food processors and like big pots, and I don't know. I think it's, again, when you come to downsize and look through your kitchen, you'll be amazed the amount of stuff you've accumulated. So yeah, just keep the things you really need and you really use, and give away everything else. People are grateful to have them, or charity shops as well, but you really don't need that much.
The other thing in the home that I don't miss now is a nice stereo system. So the big speakers, and they're so expensive and they're so big. I used to love relaxing on a day off, just sitting in a comfortable chair, listening to my favorite classical music on beautiful speakers. I don't miss my turntable either. It's nice to listen to old vinyls, and even a collection of vinyls that you have to have in order to make the best use of your turntable. All those things are great, but these days you don't need them anymore. All you need is a good subscription to Apple Music or to Spotify or whatever your provider of choice, and a Bluetooth speaker. It needs to be quality, but it needs to be portable and small. So we have a great Bluetooth one that we mentioned in one of our videos. And that really means that I can listen to good music. I am never disappointed by the sound, but I don't need the big fancy system.
And the final thing that we've accumulated that we now don't need is that we both had some art between us, so some paintings, but be careful as to how much of those that you accumulate, and also the souvenirs and knickknacks that you bring back from travels. Like, we're really good and disciplined now. We travel to amazing places, but we just keep our memories. We don't actually buy anything to come home with. And that's good, because it does just clutter up your house otherwise.
And the bigger your home is, the more you feel the need to fill the walls. We had wonderful prints and artwork, and we covered every wall that needed to be covered. Otherwise, the home felt a little bit sad, really. You won't miss it. And now we don't feel the responsibility to decorate the Airbnb. And as you say, souvenirs, well, how freeing is this, that we don't have all those mementos from all the places we've been on holiday gradually piling up on top of the mantelpiece or wherever. So you could have collections of things. That's it. Collectibles. Wow. When I was young, I used to collect a lot of things, but now I don't feel this anymore.
And I think sometimes it can feel a shame to give up on all those possessions that you've got, but you just need to recognise it. You're in a different stage of life now, and you should just keep the things that are important to you. And if you do embrace a lifestyle of travelling, you have to be realistic. There's so little that you need. And having both in our times been in a position where we've had storage units, we would also say never put stuff in storage. It is so not worth the money. By the time you come back to it, you could have just re-bought everything. And whatever you think you've held on to, there's no guarantee it's going to fit in a new place when you get back. So do yourself a favour and don't do that either. And, you know, do that fuller clean out thing when you get to it, or just before retirement. And you will thank yourself for it. It is cathartic to get rid of it as much as you can.
Yes, and don't bring souvenirs back, bring memories. Those videos that we're filming are for us a way to remember all the exciting places we've been to. You will have photos, and that's plenty.
Yeah. So, did we miss anything? Has anyone else gone through this process and had other big things that they had to get rid of or now do without?
What scares you? What's in your home just now that you think, oh, but I couldn't do without this. Either I need to keep it in storage or somewhere.
Yeah.
And we'd be interested because obviously we're not necessarily representative of everyone. So we don't know what you have in your home, but we'd like to find out.
So nosy.
So there's lots of big things that you have in your home that maybe you think, why have I got this? Would I need this if I wasn't living here? All those questions, as you say, I'm nosy, so I want to know what's in your home and what you have to get rid of. Put all of that in the comment and let us know. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe or like, and we'll hope to see you in our next video. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.